We'd moved into Davis Street and I was doing some fashion work, and Anthony was just now really getting into hairdressing with us.
At that time, those times, you know, there was a handful of really great hairdressers, you know, like there was Sassoon that was out there that had already imprinted what was going on. There was people like Michael John Crimpers, and then it became Trevor Sorby, and there was Robert Labetta and Andrew Collins. All these guys were trying, and Bruno was already involved in doing shows and things. I was with him. We ended up going on tour together.
At the time, I was doing most of the artistic work, the session work and all that stuff. What happened was we did the show, and you know, it appeared to me that Anthony finished his haircut really quick, and he looked immaculate. And my haircut was good, but it wasn't as good as what Anthony's was.
It became infectious. I wanted to be the best, and really, you know, just kept on trying to do things that no one else was doing.
I mean, the ultimate was to make it a known profession and recognised really as a creative profession.
The fact was that he was more of a natural hairdresser, a natural talented hairdresser. It was a good time for me not only to think about myself and pushing myself forward, but also bringing Anthony up, because he had more of a natural talent than I had, gave me the opportunity to really fulfill the dream that I once had, that we could become a household name, you know? There was a distinctive difference between the two cultures of the way that I ran Tony and Guy and the way that Tony ran Tony and Guy.
The family had grown, and it was time really for everyone to kind of do their own thing a little bit more.
We decided we would demerge, and Tony would get all the salons and we would get TIGI.
It was a big change, you know, to come and then be on our own, because originally we were really just part of what my brothers were doing. It was really us growing up.
I do remember the call from Anthony. It was probably close to midnight, and he said, "Mike, we've done it. That's it. It's all done." He was excited.
It was a beginning of really where we could do something, you know, from nothing and actually kind of figure it out ourselves.
I was in a really great position because on one side I had my wife Kyra, who was absolute genius in creating products and marketing. On the other side I had my brother Anthony, who was a creative genius in hairdressing, and now he's also creative image maker.
We would have our own shoots done by different photographers. We'd never really get what we felt was the right angle, the right kind of feeling. And Pat bought me this camera, you know, it's a Nikon FG. It's automatic. You do it, you press it, it takes the shot. I was shooting on automatic, one, because I didn't really know the rules. But not knowing the rules allowed me just to do anything I wanted. And then we would get people coming to the house, and Pat, I said, "You do the makeup. We both do the hair, and I'll take the shot." So we would do everything ourselves. And from there on, I never worked with any more photographers. I did it myself.
So we now had control of their image and control of product. The packagings were bright, and it drew people in, and then the names of the products gave an emotional attachment and so on. It was a product created by hairdressers for hairdressers. I had the flexibility of having Kyra produce something, and on the same day pick up the phone and ask Anthony, "Look, this is what we're going to go with, this is what we want to advertise, this is the new thing we're pushing."
Anthony could then do, you know, global campaigns on a level that was different.
We started to get into a position to kind of be more leaders in what we were doing.
When Bedhead exploded in America and here in the UK and in Europe, it was a very special time. Superstars, celebrities were grabbing hold of it. It was being endorsed on TV. It became a household name very, very quickly. And that's really the beginning of the big success for TIGI.
And at the time I thought, well, Anthony, you can't just work out of your house. You need some sort of hub that you can create artistic images. And so he created Bedhead Studio, which was probably the most creative hub I've ever had the opportunity to experience. What I really needed now was, how am I going to connect with the hairdresser? We have to show them that they can do what we do.
The idea came up, well, let's go to Las Vegas.
Here we had the opportunity to demonstrate to hairdressers the capabilities if you have passion, if you have vision, if you have belief in yourself. The recipients of that show were like, they were blown away by it.
People join something with TIGI. Of course you're buying a product, of course you're buying into a commercial business, but people bought into TIGI So brought into the Muscolo world.
A combination of education, entertainment, creativity. We produced it. It was amazing.
I think it was really the catalyst of really going a little bit more beyond than we'd ever done before.
It didn't matter what we invested in it. Anthony created such a spectacular presentation that it would have incredible impact on our selling the product.
I think what's unique about TIGI is this family ethos. And even though we're a global business, it still feels like a family business. It's being big enough to do it well, but small enough to care.
A lot of people feel comfortable in following, but you really need to have a lot of courage to be a leader. We were about setting a standard and leading other companies.
To me, looking at what's going on at TIGI, how it's formulated itself over the last few years, you know, be it joining forces with Unilever.
They'll always go from strength to strength with Unilever's backing.
I think the future is going to be very exciting. It's bringing all the things that we believed in, is that saying, you know, creativity, education, all those elements that for the hairdresser, because that's primarily what we believe in, is hairdressing.